In today's video, we will be taking a look at my updated 2024 presidential election prediction between Ron DeSantis and Joe Biden. Now, these are probably the two Democratic and Republican nominee frontrunners in the 2024 presidential election. I think Ron DeSantis could end up defeating Donald Trump in a Republican primary, and I think Joe Biden should be able to win in his primary election pretty easily. So I'm going to start off with the safe states. Safe states include Washington, California, Hawaii, New York, Massachusetts, the District of Columbia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Vermont for Joe Biden. Now for Ron DeSantis and the state of Illinois, for Ron DeSantis in Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, North and South Dakota, the state of Montana, the state of Nebraska's at-large vote, the 1st and 3rd districts, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Missouri, and that is pretty much it for both parties in terms of their safe states. Now for the likely states for both parties. Colorado and New Mexico are likely for Joe Biden. He will also carry the state of Virginia, Maine's at-large vote and its 1st district by likely margins, and the state of Oregon, and that is pretty much it. Now for Ron DeSantis, his likely states would include Alaska, South Carolina, Ohio, Iowa, and Maine's second congressional district, as well as that, the states of Texas and Florida. Now these states should not be super surprising. Many of these states were these current characterizations back in 2020. States like Texas are trending to the left, but they aren't fast enough for Joe Biden to actually have a chance at winning these types of states. While states like Florida are trending Republican pretty quickly, and Ron DeSantis is the governor of the state of Florida, so he should be able to win by at least a likely margin. So that is pretty much it for the explanation. Now for the lean and tilt states. Let's start off with Nevada and eventually make our way over to the state of New Hampshire. Now for the state of Nevada. Nevada should be a tilt state for Ron DeSantis. I think Biden's not going to do super well there. Biden actually underperformed Clinton in 2020, so that should not be a good sign for the Democrats. I also think that Clark County is nearly shifting towards the Republican Party. It has been since the last couple of elections, so I'm going to give Nevada as tilt for the GOP. Now for Ron DeSantis, I think DeSantis should be able to win the state of Arizona. It will also be very close. It's a trending blue state, and Maricopa County could end up going for the Democrats again, but I think everything accounted for, Ron DeSantis should be able to narrowly win the state. Now for the state of Georgia. Georgia is a state that's trending Democratic even faster, and the suburban areas around the Atlanta area are pretty much gone for the GOP at this point. So I'm going to put this state as tilt for the Democratic candidate, Joe Biden. Now North Carolina should be a lean state for Ron DeSantis. Trump won the state 2 times in 2016 and 2020, so it should go for the GOP. Minnesota has the longest Democratic voting history, as it voted Democratic in pretty much the last, since I believe the 1970s. Ronald Reagan was not able to win the state against Walter Mondale, the only state he lost against in 1984, so this state should go for Joe Biden. Now Wisconsin should go for Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis should be able to do pretty well in the suburban areas, in much of the exurbs surrounding the Milwaukee area, and he should be also able to do pretty well in some of the rural areas. Now for the state of Michigan, I'll put the state in the lean Democratic column. I think Biden should still be able to win. The state will be quite close, it could be 1 or 2%, but I think that much of the Oakland area and the Grand Rapids area should be able to favor Democrats enough for Democrats to win the state. Now for Joe Biden, I think Joe Biden should be able to win the state of New Hampshire. The state could be very close, but I think Democrats have the state at the end of the day. Now for Ron DeSantis should be able to win Nebraska's 2nd district because it is a suburban district. And some of it is pretty urban, but I think Trump was just not the candidate for that district. At the end of the day, this district has a long Republican voting history, so I'll put this as a tilt Republican seat. Now the election comes down to the state of Pennsylvania, and I think as of right now, Ron DeSantis is favored. The reason Biden was the senator from the state of Pennsylvania, was born in the state of Pennsylvania, and was senator in the neighboring state of Delaware. However, now as the president, he doesn't really have the Scranton boy type of appeal again. Thus, this should help the Democrats end up losing the state and giving Republicans a boost, and Ron DeSantis should be the good candidate to end up flipping the state. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.